What's up, y'all? It's your boy Frank Sirius, a.k.a. Scooby, along with my partner right here.
Man, I'm Dirk DC Vibe. What the rest of your AKs?
I ain't want to say them today. It's getting cold outside. I got lotion on today, brother. You ain't got to worry about that.
Man, Dirk DC Vibe, a.k.a. the better half of SiriusVybe Primetime.
Better half. Y'all hear that, right? All right. When I start frying, I mean, you're gonna be in his feelings.
I get sensitive?
Yeah, you get sensitive.
All right.
It's all right, good, man.
All right, tell them about the cruise.
The cruise, man. Listen, we got a cruise coming up March 30th through April 5th. The SiriusVybe and Friends. We got SiriusVybe. We got Black Alley. We got Secret Society. We got DJs Rico and 5'9", hosted by Capri Monique. Y'all can still get your cabins, man. I think we got one Havana cabin left. You can go to Sirius.
Got that balcony.
Yeah, the balcony and all that.
So you upgrading. We on the Carnival Vista.
Leaving out of
Orlando.
That's March 30th through April 5th.
Yeah.
And you can still register at SiriusVybe-cruise.com. That's SiriusCruise SiriusVybe-cruise.com for the register your cabins. It's early.
Man, good job, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Man, you tuned into another episode of SiriusVybe Primetime on YouTube.
You like my glasses?
Oh, yeah, you match, you coordinate.
Yeah. These my son's glasses.
Yeah.
They're real dark.
Listen, man, do us a favor, man, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when this guy here going to be on your screen.
Yeah, the prettiest one.
Huh?
Nothing. Who we got on the couch today, babe?
Man, listen. Do y'all remember the Bud?
We got the Bud.
The what?
The Bud. Yeah. Come on. What about it's time? It's time. Time for what? It's time. It's time. Or hey, yeah. We got my man Ricky, man, from the Hucklebucks.
Yes, indeed.
The one and only Hucklebucks.
It's not the Huckle.
No, it's Huck-A.
It's Huck-A.
That's what I said.
No, you said Huckle.
This man always got to tell me what I said. Don't mess up my man's intro.
Oh, man,
Once again, y'all, it's your boy Ricky from the
Yeah.
Hucklebucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I know I said a couple hits, but run them down. What's the other hits y'all had, man?
He's saying hits. Nah, for real. We had some number ones, man. We had This Time. That was our first number one joint. That It came from 1580 and then went over to 95. And then we had Sexy Girl remix.
That sexy girl.
Yeah.
Can I
rock your world?
And that was number one for a minute. And then we had Can I Get Down?
Can I Get Down?
Yeah. And then we had the Bud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Budweiser.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So anybody out there that grew up on go-go and anywhere near the 90s, you know what we talking about right now. Y'all had a hell of a run, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess let's get right into it. So what was your start in go-go? I know you grew up around here. You a DMV native and
Right. Look, so starting go-go, man. That, of course, because it's in our blood or whatever, I did all the little banging on the buckets and all that type of stuff. But when I got in high school, when I was probably like about in 10th grade, I was in there with Chris Black and Lil
rapper?
Boogie. Yeah,
Bladensburg,
rapper.
huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Then Lil Boogie, and then Kirk from Groovers. You know what I'm saying?
he was the original talker, right?
Yeah, he was the original talker. And we used to, me, Kirk, and a couple of other guys used to have gym together. And if you was cool, you ain't do none of the gym stuff, none of the kickball and all that. You walked around the track. You know what I'm saying? You walked around the track. So while they was walking around the track, they used to be playing these PA tapes that they just had, man. And I was blown away as a kid. I was like, man, y'all sound good as a mug, man. This straight, man. And y'all young like me, like. So that inspired me. And then there was another band in our school called Total Groove.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Total Groove. That was like a Big Butch.
Right.
You know, Big Butch was pushing them and everything. So then there was another band called Potential Band. You know what I'm saying? We was kind of under them or whatever. And I told them, look, they was playing a tape at gym. They were playing a tape. I was like, hey, I sing. They was like, yeah, come through practice. I ain't sing a lick or nothing. I ain't know how to sing or nothing, right? I went to their rehearsal and they needed a drummer and all this stuff. They needed a whole bunch of pieces. That's when I got Chief. I said, I know a drummer. So I got Chiefy. We all got together and did that. So my start in go-go was like when I was around the 10th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And that started me out. Potential band. Then I ended up playing with Clicks, the all-girl go-go joint. We was practicing in Miss Mac's house. You know what I'm saying? So I played with Clicks. I was the Congo player for Clicks. And then I ended up being the cowbell player for New Experience. And then from leaving New Experience, that's when we got the call from Charlie.
Okay.
That Charlie was the dude that had Pleasure and Hot Cold Sweat, was looking for some fresh meat. Me and Chiefy and Carlos, we drove up to his studio like, hey, we here. What you need? And we got on. He made us do a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying, to get in, but we got in. You know what I'm saying?
So Charlie Fenwick, for everybody that don't know, is he used to play bass for one of them is it Otis Redding?
Yeah, Otis Redding.
He used to play bass for Otis Redding. He played bass for Hot Cold Sweat. He kind of
Thump Records, man.
He Thump Records. He owned Thump Records, and he managed Hot Cold Sweat, Pleasure. Did he manage Precise?
Nah.
No, that was like the other
That
side.
was like a break off.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. And he managed the Hucklebucks.
Yeah. And then he did AJ Group. Man.
Yeah. Mandingo.
Awful one.
I don't remember the name. I know the song. I don't remember the name.
It wasn't Southeast Sounds?
Nah.
That's Bobby played with Southeast Sounds.
Nah, man.
Okay.
I think it's called Awful something.
All for you? All for one.
All for one?
Something like that, yeah.
My bad, AJ.
We gotta look that up.
My apologies.
AJ and it was cranking though. We gotta look that up.
They were cranking like a mug. Yeah.
So tell us, you said you had to pretty much, what was the rigorous, I guess, audition thing you had to do for Charlie to make sure y'all got that roster spot?
And then how did he get the word out to y'all? Like,
I don't know who he got in touch with, but this dude, the drummer that was playing for Total Groove, we all went to school together, and he called Chiefy. I think he was playing in another band, and he was like, I'm busy, but I know a drummer. So he called Chiefy, and Chiefy told Carlos, and I was the driver. So they were like, hey, let's just go up there and see what's good, because I didn't even know they needed anything else but the drummer and the keyboard player. And I said, let's go up there. So we went up there. Rob was in there. Rob
Folsom?
Rob Folsom was in there, right?
Oh, wow.
And Charlie was like, well, look, talking to Carlos, hey, Rob gonna play this bass line. Let's see if you can pick it up. And he played this funky bass line, right? And that nigga Carlos played that joint right behind him. We was psyched. I was like, "Dang,
we got one."
Yeah, you did that. Then he asked Carlos to start dancing while he was playing. Can you dance while you playing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Carlos started dancing, and then of course he asked me. I was like, "Yeah, what you do?" I was like, "Man, I'm front line with it. I sing." Look, this.
Yeah, sing it again.
I rap, you know what I'm saying? I play the cowbell, whatever. He's like, "Go get him a cowbell." Got me a cowbell. And then Los told me to play this beat. Get busy, get busy, get busy. So I pulled that stick out, played that joint. He was like, okay, yeah. He said, now dance. While I was playing, I started doing the running man while I was doing busy. You know what I'm saying? So he made me do that. And then he took Chiefy in another room and rehearsed him as a drummer in like Studio A or something. So yeah, so that was my start with Charlie to get in the door, dancing and playing the cowbell at the same time, man. And he told us what the vision was, and it kind of blew us away. Like he was running down everything what he wanted to do, but we was like the first. It was another group of guys. It was another Congo playing drummer at first, and they kind of got into some trouble or whatever. Okay. So then he started looking for other pieces. So we helped them put it together. We got some of the guys from Potential Band, some of the guys from New Experience. You know what I'm saying? We put it all together. That's where Saquan came from, too. He came from New Experience.
Yeah.
What about Joey?
Now, Saquan brung Joey. Yeah. Saquan went to go see High Frequency.
Yeah.
And he hollered at Joe. He was like, "You this what you doing? You solid here?" And
are you happy?
Yeah.
So that, man. So the people need to know, man. You know, recruitment was going on
even back then,
long time ago.
Early,
early.
Yeah. He brung Joe in there because we had a lead rapper, and his name Ty. He played in Potential Band. He was a lead rapper for Potential Band, and we was rehearsing too much. We rehearsing probably 4 or 5 times a week. His mother was like, nah, this ain't. We was doing it for like a year. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were just rehearsing. His mother was like, hey, something got to happen.
That grind.
Yeah. So he backed out, and that's when we got Joy.
Well, it was a blessing. So you feel like Charlie made good on everything he said he would do?
For sure, yeah.
Because y'all was everywhere.
Yeah. He painted the picture. He told us all the connections he got and all that type of stuff, and how he was going to lay stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
He told us that he was going to take us out of town first to work on our chops. And, you know, he said, once you burn yourself here in D.C., it's hard to get them back. It'll take years.
Man.
If you out here in D.C. and you slumming and all of that, it's going to take a long time. He said, we'll let you go out of town, like way out Virginia, out Bowling Green and Fredericksburg and all of that. And that's exactly what happened. We went out there, and they loved go-go, period. So it built our confidence.
Right.
Like a mother, they was partying like I don't know what.
Yeah. They just want to hear the beat.
Yeah. So it built our confidence.
That's a gem, man. That's a real gem for the newer bands out there. DC a tough place.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
It's a tough live music place. So when he says, you know, you go out to the outskirts, Virginia, deep Maryland, North Carolina, and play, and because once, like you said, once you burned here, like that, you get that label.
Yeah, it's almost time for you to go out there.
Been there, done that, my brother.
Nah, I mean, you gotta go back once you start falling off here.
Oh yeah.
It's almost time for you.
Time for me
don't
to
worry
go
about it.
out.
I saved you, Sean. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Well, you know, I never really needed your saving, but yeah, I appreciate you.
Like that. You coming right.
Yeah.
You gonna drink to that? To Knuckles.
My dude, appreciate you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He said 2 Knuckles.
All right, so what was the how long was the run of Huck-A-Bucks? Like how long did it last, and what ended it?
All right, so like we got there like the end of '92, maybe like the summer '92. We practiced for probably 2 years and started performing like after that. Yeah, without no, and we was begging them to play places. We was like, oh, I was trying to set up spots. Like, I know a spot we can go. They told us we can come. He was like, nah, you know, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing what you keep saying everybody do. But what he did do is he took us to see everybody. He said, who's your favorite band? We talking Red Essence, North Groove. We walk in with Charlie. We just walk in, you know what I'm saying? He say, study, whoever doing your part, study that. Whatever you like about him, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you like about what they doing right there, pull from it.
Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie was I ain't gonna say the last, but he was probably one of the last real go-go A&Rs of our industry.
Yeah.
Like I know, you know, Mr. Carter had UCB kind of work with them, showed them the ropes. My guy that had CCB, he kind of worked with them. But Charlie was like he ran it like a real industry. Yeah. He had y'all like artists for real.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Artist development. That's what it was.
Shout out to Charlie Fenwick, man. We gotta get Charlie on the show too.
Definitely.
Yeah. I know he got a million stories he could tell us.
Yeah, a million stories.
So how your first show was in like '94, you'd say?
Yeah, like probably around '94.
Man, shout out to Joey for waiting 1 year so he ain't have to rehearse that whole time.
Right, yeah.
Shout out to Joey.
Yeah, I think by the time Joey came, we was literally working on an album because Charlie wanted the album to come out first because he was like, the people gonna hear y'all, but they ain't gonna part. They gonna stare at y'all. They gonna look at y'all. Said, but once I get y'all a couple of hits on the radio, you know, once that we send this stuff out and the radio start playing y'all stuff, everybody gonna love the songs you play. It ain't gonna be hard work at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things.
But he had that connection to get it on the radio. I mean, you know how tough it is to get a song played on the radio?
Yeah.
So, but that is it though, right? Because when we play, that's why we play so many covers, because the people want to hear what they know.
What they know.
Covers, yeah.
But if you feed them, you know, and
you gotta break it.
You become what they know.
Right.
And that was the approach Charlie had for y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really smart thing to do.
That's one of the things that's hurting me now because I done put out 3 singles, and you know, like that's cool or whatever. They want to hear you remix Lil Wayne joint, or they want to hear you remix, you know what I'm saying, the Sexy Red or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But you said, we get it though. Go ahead. I
want to get to your current endeavors a little later, but I want to stay into this Huck-A-Buck thing.
Okay. Let's do it.
I want to know how the death of Saquan affected the band at that time? You know what I mean? Like what was I know it had to be hard on y'all, but what was the overall, I guess, feel of the band after that?
Man, okay. You know, I got the sip on. Are you gonna ask me a Saquan question, man?
I'm sorry, brother. Some things I wanted to know, for the last 30 years, honestly, man. Like,
yeah.
Because I was a fan of y'all, and that hit the industry hard. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. His funeral was like that. It was a lot of support at his funeral.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But when Saquon died, the Hucklebucks had already, kind of dismantled.
Mm-hmm.
But when Saquon died, so we wasn't playing as a brotherhood anymore by the time he died. Man, yeah, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. But yeah. So when I got the news that he died, I think Lamont called me. He was like, "Hey man, you watching the news? They say Saquon died." I was like, "Nah." So I immediately went. I live not too far from his mother's house. I immediately went over there and saw his stepdad and his mother, and found out that it was true. And they told me what happened and everything. And it was rough because that was like your first band brother. Yeah, that was my first band brother that I lost. You know what I'm saying? So it was tough seeing his mother loved him to death. You know what I'm saying? His little brother looked up to him heavy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it hit dead first, and then everybody's reaction, like in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was hurt, calling. Tony Reyes called me on the air.
Yeah.
He called me on the air like he was working at 95. He's like, Rick, blah, 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 called me. I told him what I knew, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a tough hit. But it hurts a lot more now because we were just talking about this the other day. Like he would have been, you see where Congo Jay come from and stuff like that. Like
right.
and what's my man? Love. They was kids and they was cranking. You know what I'm saying? They was cranking. And now they like, what? And Nicky Barnes too. You know what I'm saying? Cranking. I just imagine what Saquon would be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that hurt.
He'd be right there.
A lot, yeah.
Right there. Because he was all right back then.
And when I was on this show, Congo Jay was saying, like Saquon, a lot of these beats y'all got, like Saquon, you know what I'm saying? That stuff come from Saquon, you know what I'm saying? Because I do them and all that type of stuff. And I was like, yeah, they don't talk about Saquon like that in them talks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say who the best, of course it's gonna be Mickey and Sauce and Smoke and all of that. But Saquon was he was real talented back then. Like with ease, he was playing that.
Yeah,
stuff,
it was real easy. But I call him like one of that next generation with him, Peeny, Love,
Peeny,
Jay.
Too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like them guys, those guys was part of that next generation. And it was a few bands during that time. Mm-hmm. Even Left Hand Jay was part.
Yeah. Left Hand Jay came and played with us like after Saquon, Saquon was kind of trying to figure out if he wanted to do the band stuff. Mm-hmm. He left. Left Hand Jay came and sat in for him. And Left Hand Jay, Jason is a beast too. Yeah.
So what actually happened with the band and why it dissipated?
All right. So, like I said, Saquon was having an issue of whether he wanted to do, play in the band and stuff like that anymore. And he was starting to miss shows. He was like, I ain't coming. Like, I ain't doing it. If it ain't worth this or worth that or whatever, I ain't coming. And so we was kind of replacing him. Matter of fact, it's a couple of shows, a tape out there online. One night I played the congos, I played all the Saquon's parts, and I did all the mic noise. They put the mic back there with me. I played the congos and did all the woo yeahs and all that type of stuff. But it was starting to be like that. Like he was like, I ain't coming to that one. I ain't coming to that one. So we was getting Kenny, Kenny. We was getting Kenny to fill in, and we was getting my man Roscoe from Test Me. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of the group.
Was that Pure Elegance?
Wanna test me, try me, but trust me. Nah, it wasn't Raw Deal.
It wasn't Raw Deal.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, but that beat was like cranky.
Yeah. So we were getting different people to fill in, and then I got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not you know what I'm saying. Me and my wife.
Oh man, I was about to say, man. Well, that would have ended the band. Like, yeah.
That would
do it.
Yeah, that would end the band.
That would have did it.
That would end the band.
Then we was gonna ask who you get pregnant by. So that would have been a whole nother story. We were going viral.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what we always say though. Me and my wife, we got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So we got pregnant, and the kids, you know, just having son. Then I ended up having 2. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I gotta get a serious thing going on. You know what I'm saying? The money ain't coming in fast enough. The shows ain't running around fast enough. Mm-hmm. The royalty checks wasn't flowing in like they were supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I had to step away. You know what I'm saying? I had to step away and do some, big boy stuff at the time. I was still a kid. You know what I'm saying? I got married at 22.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was a baby.
Kid. Yeah. So I felt like I had to do the big boy thing and go bring in the money the right way, you know what I'm saying? And so that was me leaving. And then after I left, Chiefy was playing with proper utensils. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chiefy ended up playing with proper utensils.
Another recruitment.
Yeah. So
another recruitment.
Yeah, so the band was there. Then they started getting other people coming in. For some reason, Joy was gone, but he was still there when I was there. But Joy was gone, and they were getting AJ to fill in. They was getting Chi Ali to fill in. They had my man Pee Wee. He was like one of the from Rather Unique. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they started having him fill in, and they was trying to keep everything together, but it was just the original slowly, faces. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. Another thing that Charlie did that was I respected. He told us, because whenever the Huck-A-Bucks albums came out, we be like, when we gonna take the photo shoot and all of this? You know what I'm saying? When we gonna, how we, we gotta get fly and all that. He was like, I'm not putting y'all faces on this. I'm not putting y'all faces on this. Yeah, I'm not putting y'all faces on there because if y'all start getting a big head and all this type of stuff, blah blah blah, it'd be hard to replace y'all. Everybody be used to seeing y'all, and that's one of the things he did too. Our faces ain't on none of the albums. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to interweave whoever he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, to be in them spaces. But like I said, it just kind of dissipated, you know what I'm saying?
I hope y'all taking notes. Everybody out there that got a band, want starter, I hope y'all taking notes. These are gems, bro. This is how you run a multiple person organization. It's hard when you got 10, 11 dudes. And, we used to have conversations and arguments.
Yeah.
You always saying some gay stuff, man.
I guess I didn't say it.
When I said it's hard to have 10, 11 dudes.
No, you said nah. You said it's hard when you got 10, 11 dudes.
It's all about context, my dude.
It's something about you took on the whole football team.
Yeah, crazy.
Good God Almighty, man. This man.
Goodness gracious.
But nah, for real though, that was a real gem, man. That Charlie, he had the foresight to be able to see that.
Right.
And he been around bands and groups all his life, so he probably knew.
Yeah.
It's not if, it's a when.
Right. Exactly. Because, right before the Hucklebucks, of course, the whole Pleasure situation happened.
Right.
Of course, they was cartoons and everything.
Yeah.
So imagine trying to replace that.
Trying to reel that in.
Yeah, trying to replace those characters. You know what I'm saying? So he knew. So I
come from experience.
Yeah.
It's like when you do your band photo for flyers,
right?
And then somebody ain't there no more.
Yeah, you gotta do a whole nother photo shoot.
Do another photo shoot.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's real. We used to have full blown conversations in our band, not my band now, but back then we were kids. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be on the flyer. Why I'm not on the flyer? Why I'm
right.
So
that happened sometimes.
Nah, brother. But I understand. Everybody want to feel important to what they put their life in.
That's real.
And their sweat, blood and sweat into.
Yeah.
But you said something too a few minutes ago. You said y'all was getting royalty checks.
That stood out.
That stood out to me, brother. That stood out to me.
Bro, yo.
Yeah. We was getting royalty checks. I'm gonna tell you something. when you get that first one, you're like, this is okay. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's like.
Yeah.
And then, so when we got our first one, it was off the first album, the Chronic Breakdown. But then to get the joints combined, because the Chronic Breakdown joint was out there, and the Huck-A-Bucks live. You know what I'm saying? And that joint, you know, that
so
had,
the checks was coming
that had the
together.
That had the 3 hits on it. That,
Yeah.
You know, that had Can I Get Down, Sexy Girl Remix, and the Bud. Yeah, and I had the Bud on it. So and that check was like,
There you go. Cash out.
right, I wish. Oh yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, cash out me too, man. I'm trying to keep some stuff going, man. $sign Ricky Angles, man. Send me something so I can keep up, get y'all some stuff. Yeah, all of that. $sign Ricky Angles.
Man, that's all right. So at that age back then, y'all was. It sounds like Charlie did good business.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, he set y'all up to know business though.
And that's true.
That's
He made us read with I forgot the name of the book, but the music business, all the know in the music business or something like that. Remember we read that as kid? Do you read that?
Yeah. Ignatius made us do a bunch of reading too.
Yeah. So he made us kind of stay on top of stuff, but the truth be told, the stuff that we was learning was like, yeah, Charlie owned everything. Right. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Including the name, right?
We recording in his studio. This is his name, his brand,
masters.
all of that. Yeah, all of that. He owned all the masters and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? We would get, you know, we were supposed to get mechanical royalties, but not no ownership stuff.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And were you guys writing?
Yeah, but so it was only a couple of us that got those.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was only a couple of, because I wrote probably, I'm gonna say 85, about 85%. I'm gonna say that, but really like 85, 95% of all of the, you know, all of the hooks and all of that type of stuff. All of the rap, I wrote all my raps, did most of the hooks. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Joey got paid because he freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Being a lead rapper,
right?
And then of course Lamont. You know what I'm saying? The singer. You know what I'm saying? So. So that's So and they set us up for that. He let us know, hey, you know, get a little ass cap. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself set up, and that's what we did. So he taught us.
So if anything, y'all got a real lesson in the music business.
Yeah,
right.
That's real.
Early too.
Yeah, real early. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that could benefit from that knowledge that you have, that Charlie passed down to y'all. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people in the go-go industry that have no clue. Right. Or idea what you talking about right now. Right. You know what I mean? But swear up and down that they got the hottest thing going, and
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's a lot of people that would benefit from that kind of conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
SiriusVybe.